Hello, welcome into the craft room. Oh, I forgot to feature one, guys. Let me see if I can feature this real quick while I'm on here. There we go. I forgot to do it before I came on. I think I was rushing a little bit, but I did flip it. So I'm just kind of out of it today. But hello, welcome to the craft room. My name is Susan, and I'm so glad you're here with me in my craft room. This Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. We are going to do a Wednesday night live project, so I hope you'll come on and join me. It's going to definitely be spring themed, and I will also be telling you about Watts of Love. That's what I like to highlight on Wednesdays. I like to tell you guys about it in case you've never heard of them. They are an amazing nonprofit organization that we partner with, and I am so happy to partner with them. So come on in and join me in the craft room and let's get crafty. Let's get creating something fun for spring. It was a little gloomy here today in North Carolina. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture. If you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. You'll know you're live with me if you see a red circle around my profile picture. If not, welcome to the replay. Thank you for being here. I just love to be able to share my joy that I get from creating things with you guys. So come on in to the craft room. I am real quick, guys, going to sprinkle this video out, and what that means is just a S-H-A-R-E. If you wouldn't mind doing that as well, I would so appreciate it. And when you hop on, hit that heart button and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you guys. It's much more fun to craft with friends, so come on in and join me. All right, let me pull up this other group real quick that I can share into, and then I will post a comments which has links. Okay, let's see. Am I going to have trouble again? Now, when I did my live yesterday, I had the hardest time finding my group that I always do that, and I don't understand why all of a sudden it's gotten pushed like to the bottom of my list. Do you guys have a really long list of groups like I do? You know, I sell things on Marketplace and things like that. So, but I haven't done any of that for a while. Let's see. There it is. I haven't done any of that for a while, so I don't know why it's pushed my other one to the bottom when I use that more frequently. So anyway, how are you today? How was your Wednesday? Like I said, it was a little gloomy here in North Carolina. We've had little sprinkles off and on, but I think that I didn't even look at the temperature. I know it was chilly this morning, but it wasn't freezing. We didn't have frost, and I think it got into, I think it maybe got almost to 60. But I don't even know. You guys, I have really had a hard time with allergies today. And I mean, it's really been bad today. So I kind of feel like, out of it. And that's why my eyes all jacked up. I've had to put drops in it. I don't know how many times. It's just raw and running. Oh, so I apologize for my appearance. I'm just kind of here today. And I had to run out like 3 different times, in and out and in and out and in and out today. So, you know, I had to be out in the pollen. So that didn't help. Anyway, let me get some links posted here in case you have questions about anything that I'm doing tonight. I did not highlight this specific transfer, but I will tell you where you can find it. I should have done that too. Y'all, maybe I have it still on here and I can highlight it. Let me see. Let me get this posted real quick. This transfer that I'm using tonight is called Easter Minis. So this is the one we're going to use, and we're actually going to use this, and actually we're going to use this and this again. So, or this and this. I haven't decided. Maybe you guys can help me. So let me pin this comment real quick, and then there we go. All right, so any questions about different links or ways to access things, I've put them in the comments to make it easier for you. I did highlight Watts of Love for you guys on the featured. I don't know if I can feature this other one. Let me see if I have it. No, I don't have it on there. So I can't feature this one for you, and I'm sorry guys. I was doing some other stuff and I forgot about what I needed to do for this. So if you're interested in this, it is called Easter Minis. It is in our specials section on my website. So if you click on the link that says specials, it's in the 50% off area while supplies last, I believe. I don't think they've set a cutoff time yet, but it's while supplies last. It's a a great deal. So you might want to grab one of these because you can do so many projects. Do you see them all? So those are 12 different little mini transfers that you can make projects with. And we've done a few already, and I will be doing Easter next. But I wanted to share a couple more spring ones with you because I need a couple more spring items for around the house. So Watts of Love, like I said, I have also included a link that you can click on and check them out. You guys, they are just a fantastic organization that helps impoverished, sorry guys, impoverished communities to have light. You know, something that we take for granted. You know, I have a bunch on right now. I have 5 on in this room, just to help me with this video. So they help communities that don't have electricity, and they do that by providing them with solar lights and then teaching them how to use that. And that it's just like a snowball effect, you guys. Or a domino effect, or whatever you want to call it. But basically, by just that one little thing, that one little tool that they are able to give to these people in the communities, they are able to change lives. So I encourage you to check them out. This is just a wonderful coffee book that we have on our site. They may have it on their website too, but it just tells you their story, what they're about. They just celebrated 10 years being in existence, and it is a great organization that I mean, you guys, the money goes to help the people. So I'm so thankful that we partner with them. We have, I mean, look at the colors. Look at these, and look at the joy there. They even teach and train local people how to use the lights and to train their communities and their villages. So, you know, we just try to help all the way around. And that is actually the founder, Nancy. She is awesome. But the money goes to help the people. So please check it out. If you're looking for a place for your money to go, to give, that you want to be sure that it's being put to good use, this is it. I'm telling you guys. And if not, there's a couple other ways you can donate. And I have put a link in the description of this video for you guys. One is by just purchasing certain transfers. We have a whole section on my website that if you look under it and you click on the lines next to Chalk Couture, and you'll see that there's a Watts of Love section. So any of the transfers that are in there, $2 from every one of those sales goes towards Watts of Light. And there's actually a mini transfer. It's 12 minis. I've done several projects with them. I can just point out a few for you guys. Let's see what you guys can see on. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a few down here, all in this together. I don't have very many of them that you can see right now. But even the one behind me here, Every Dream Begins with a Simple Wish. That was a Watts of Love transfer. Maybe you were with me last month when I did this one. Every day is an opportunity for joy. It's always a very uplifting message. And then I think the one now on the current catalog, which I haven't even gotten yet, says, I hope something wonderful or great or something like that happens to you today. So it's always an uplifting message. You can do shirts, you can do signs, you can do whatever you want, a banner with it, you can do whatever you want with it. You can put it on your front door just to have something encouraging to everybody who comes in. So anyway, I encourage you to check them out, and it would just bring me joy for you to do that. The other way is there are direct links on my website that you can click on and do an actual flat donation. And then finally, there's at the end of every purchase, if you're purchasing something from my website, if you're taking advantage of the Transfer Palooza, where you can buy 3, get 1 free, or you're taking advantage of the special sale that we have going on our all of our Easter and our faith-based transfers that are 50% off. If you're taking advantage of our Try Me kits, any purchase that you make on my website, at the very last screen before you hit place that order, there's a little tiny box on there that says round up for Watts of Love. So it's just like if you were, keep the change kind of thing. I'm sure you've heard of that before. It's just the difference between whatever your amount is calculated at the end and that next dollar amount. You can round up, and every tiny little bit helps, you guys. It helps. We were able to donate over $300,000 last year to this organization, and we have people that we call light makers. That's why I said come on along with me and help me be a light maker. They get to go and actually serve the communities that we are donating to. Go on what I call a mission trip, basically. So anyway, that's the deal. I hope you'll check it out. And I love to be able to highlight them every Wednesday at least, because maybe you'd never heard of them. Before I started with this company, I hadn't. So let's get to our project. Look what we're going to work with. We're going to do a couple little simple things. So this is such a cutie. I don't know, maybe you've seen these. I saw it first. It had the first one I saw had a bunny on it. But look at that. It's got the little, it's already attached to it. I didn't do any of this. It came just like this. But I grabbed the flower, and there was only one there. But there was a couple with bunnies as well, and I was going to grab that. And then I saw the flower. I'm like, nope, I need the flower. But this is at our favorite Dollar Tree, right? And it was just the regular Dollar Tree price. It was not, you know, $3 or $5. So we're going to paint this. And then I am going to put one of my little minis on here on this tulip because I love tulips. So that's what we're going to do today. And the colors, I'm feeling pinks and purples today. Is obviously I got purple on, but I'm feeling pinks and purples today. Obviously we need a little bit of green. So that is what we're going to do with this as well. Now this is that wood, you know, whatever it is, that pressed wood or MDF. I haven't done anything to it. I do notice some glue like spots, you know, it's $1.25. What do you expect, right? Let's go ahead and take this off though. I don't know if I can cut it off or pull it off. Let's go ahead and take this off because I'm not even sure I'm going to use this piece of twine. I may look in my little stash right next to me and see if I have a cute little ribbon that might go. A lot of times I'll pick the ribbon out first and that will be my inspiration. We'll see. We'll see. I can't even remember what I got in there, and I don't think I have anything anywhere else. But so we're going to go ahead and paint this, and then guess what we're going to do, guys? We are going to make, I need another spring mug. I do have several, but I don't have, you know, a bunch. And who doesn't need another cute spring mug, and especially if I can make one. So if you remembered last month I shared this, I picked it up at, I think I got, didn't I get this at PopShelf, y'all? I don't know. I came on and I shared with you guys to show you, but look how cute this is, right? And it's that, it's like that shiny, I think it was PopShelf, and I think they had a yellow one too. But I went with this color. It says it's heat resistant. I have done one similar to this from Walmart that was just clear and iridescent, and it worked fine, so I'm willing to try it. But for as little as I spent, I mean, it was $5. It's a little more than I actually usually spend, believe it or not, on my mugs when I make my coffee mugs. But I wanted to put a cute little, couple cute little spring sayings on that too. So we're going to make a quick mug because that is super fast. And this shouldn't take long either. So let's go ahead and get painting. I am going to use just regular chalk paint. I'm not going to use my chalk. I can use my chalk paste as paint, but I'm not gonna. Honestly, guys, I don't like to waste it. So I have chalk paint on hand always. These little jars are so economical and you can get lots of different colors. I am choosing this color, this pink, and it's called Ballet Slippers. And it dries fast. That's why I use chalk paint. So we're just going to use this. And I think I have what I need here. Yes, I do. I have a nice little paintbrush. I'm trying to decide if maybe I'll pour it out because it seems like I'm going to have a hard time in that lid. So a lot of times I don't, y'all. You know I'm lazy around here about painting. When I'm painting, I usually just put it right on it. But since this is kind of dimensional, I'm going to paint it all one color. Except for, let me think, what I'm going to do. Yes, I'm going to paint it all one color, except for this, and I'm trying to decide, you know what, I was going to, wonder if I will, maybe I will use my chalk paint for the green, because I don't want to use moss, and I'm not sure, oh, I forgot about that, guys. I want to make I know I have a pretty spring green. It's just a matter of whether I can get to it fast enough. You know? So hang on, guys. Let's see if I can find. Ooh, look at this. Oh yes, I grabbed spring green. Okay, so this is acrylic paint. I'm gonna do the stem in the acrylic paint, and I'm gonna do the tulip and the rest of it in just the pink. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. And I didn't do anything to prep it. I could have sanded it a little bit. Sometimes you can sand it and it helps the wood to kind of be ready to, you know, accept it. I think I'm going to do this full strength, the tulip. Tulips are my favorite, you guys. I don't know if I have a favorite color tulip, but tulips are definitely my favorite. But we're going to paint this in pink, and then I'm going to use my little transfer in my shimmer orchid. So I think I'm going to paint that in pink. I think I'm going to water down this pink a little bit for the rest of it, because I want it to be pink, but it doesn't have to be like super strong pink. And then I can get a little bit more bang for my buck. You know what I'm saying? So tell me how your Wednesday was going, you guys. I hope you've had a better Wednesday than I did. I just don't know what happened. My little buddy had a good Wednesday at school, so I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. But, and hubby came back tonight, and I actually had the guys that I met with yesterday about the lawn. Both of them got back to me. It's a miracle. Are you guys having trouble finding people that want to work, or that aren't either so busy that they can't help you, or that they just don't get back to you? They just don't want to work. I don't know what it is. Or just not good communicators. I'm not sure what it is. But they both got back to me with estimates, so I told them I would let them know tonight, which I have not done yet. So I'm going to do all the pink first. That way I can go over top of any that I accidentally get on my little stem here. And obviously you don't have to paint this. You could leave it this natural color, but the only problem with painting it is it does show up. So do you see where like it's a little junky right there with their glue? They were a little not careful. It does make it, you know, pick up a little bit better. I could have probably tried to sand that off, but again, as usual, I am flying by the seat of my pants, y'all. I just feel thankful and lucky anytime I can get on here. And by the way, you guys, I don't know if you saw my post earlier today, or if you've seen a post letting you know that our color of the month, Academia, did in fact sell out. And I'm so glad I shared it with you guys yesterday, but it has sold out. So that was the color of the month for March, so it's gone. Never to be seen again. Well, I say that, who knows? But that is definitely gone. So you cannot grab that. So I hope if you wanted it, you were able to already get it. And now we just sit patiently and wait for what they're going to show us in April. We have no idea. They don't leak it to us. As far as I know, even our leadership people don't know. I could be wrong. They might. But it never gets leaked to us so far. So it's always a big surprise and always exciting on April 1st to find out what the color is going to be. So I can't wait, because I definitely intend to purchase one every time they offer it, because I love color. So I try to get as much as I possibly can. I like as much variety as I can get. I pulled that green out because I was thinking we were going to use that, and I forgot. I don't like to paint with my chalk paste. That is one of our Vogue colors that I was showing, that green. I don't want to color with it. I don't want to paint with it. Not when I have paint that'll work. I have a bin back there full of paint, as you probably could tell. I will be, unfortunately right now what's blooming is wisteria. Do you guys know what wisteria is? It is one of my absolute favorite. You guys, right now I am not seeing any comments. So if you are, I apologize. I will go back and read any. If I ever miss any because I'm looking down, or because it's not coming through, I do try to have my iPad over here close by so I can check it too, because sometimes I can pick it up on that. But know that I will always go back and reply to you. So please go ahead and feel free to say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Are things blooming in your neck of the woods? And if so, what's blooming? So a lot of our trees have already bloomed out. The cherries are kind of already working their way done. The dogwoods are already bloomed. And the Bradford pears have already leafed out. I love flowers and trees and garden stuff like that. So, and the red buds, I think they're getting to their ends. So things are speeding right along despite the frost that we had several days over the past week. It's supposed to be 80 tomorrow. At least it was when I looked at it yesterday. I don't know that I even looked at it today. I'm telling you, I have been running and then just not feeling well. So much so that I even had to lay down for a little bit because my eyes were burning so bad, and that's very unusual for me. I usually get up and I don't stop until I hit the bed at night, and that's usually much later than it should be. So, almost got through all of that, didn't I? And I'm just going to do one coat, you guys. But this is already almost dry. I don't know if you can tell or not. But it dries so fast. That's why I like to use chalk paint. It's because it dries just so fast. I'm just going to go back over it one more time because, you know, these little nooks and crannies, can't always tell if you've gotten them. Can you guys hear those dogs barking? That's not my dog, just so you know. Just so you know. I'm one of those people I'll let him bark a little bit, but I'll usually go see why he's barking, because he doesn't bark just to bark. I'll go see why he's barking, because I figure, okay, well, maybe there's a reason he's barking. I need to go check it out. Or he just sees somebody and it bothers him that he sees them out there and he's trying to be protective, but he doesn't need to because it's our neighbor that he's seen ever since he was born. All right, guys, I got a little bristle. I don't like to let him bark just to bark. I'm not one of those people. I don't know, we might need to do something a little bit darker on that. That pink is so pretty, but we're all done with that. I wonder what I could add in there. Make it a little bit darker. What could we add in there? Because I feel like the tulip itself needs to pop out a tiny bit. Hey, how about we add the tiniest bit of red? This is crimson red. I could add the tiniest bit of red, and that would darken it just a tiny bit. Let's just add a tiny bit of red and make it kind of our own color. So it stands out a little bit more. It's a little blasé. Oh yes, look at that pretty color. That's almost the color of one of our chalk pastes. Oh, poop. Didn't mean to get it under the tulip. I just wanted it on the tulip. Oh yes, I like that color. Look how pretty that color is. Ooh, I bet I couldn't do that again if I tried. So I'm gonna need something to just touch up around. I need a little tiny paintbrush. And then let me get another one for this. The green. Luckily, they're all clean right now. Going to go around the edges where I accidentally went off. Do you guys like painting? I do. I find it very, it's amazing how you can transform anything just by painting it. You know I didn't just do that. Did you see that? I put my fingers right in the paint that I just painted instead of on this part. Y'all, I am so out of it. And like, I don't feel fuzzy headed, because I have taken 2 allergy pills plus my nose spray, and I don't feel fuzzy like headed, but I just like, ugh, don't feel like me. I don't like it. And it hasn't helped. Okay, let's see if I can do this right this time. But it's amazing how much paint can transform anything. Like if you're tired of a room in your home and maybe you've done, you know, a couple other things like, you know, added a piece of art or throw a blanket or throw a pillow to change something up, but you know, you can't afford like brand new furniture or anything like that, and you just want to change in that room, go get you some paint and paint the walls, or at least paint like an accent wall. It's amazing how it can change the whole feel of a room. I love color. I love paint. Okay, so there, that's done. I'm gonna have quite a few paintbrushes to clean up, but that's okay. I'm kind of bummed I don't have anything to do with that pink color. It's so pretty. All right, so let's try this spring green on our little, that we'll dry it and then wax it. Now this one I am gonna be lazy, y'all. Isn't that pretty? Can you see? Oh, so pretty. I'm gonna try to be careful. It's just so hard when my eye is just constantly watering. I cannot see well. I'm not gonna try to paint the edges because I know I will mess up. So I'm just gonna stay on the top. And I still messed up. So we'll still have to fix it. That's okay. Everything is figure outable. This is meant to look handmade. It's not meant to look like I just bought it out of a factory, you know, off an assembly line. So I'm okay with it. Tell me in comments, you guys, what is your favorite flower? I would love to know. I love almost all flowers, but lilies and tulips and are definitely one of my favorites. I mean, I appreciate daffodils. They're so cheery, and I appreciate a lot of other flowers, but tulips are definitely one of my favorites, and lilies. Especially a calla lily. All right, I think the green's good. I'm gonna have to touch up. Gonna have to touch up that pink just a tiny bit again. Isn't this ballet slipper color pretty though? Such a soft pink. Okay, nearly done. We would be done if I hadn't messed up a little bit. But the next part's going to be super fast. Promise, yeah. There we go. All set. Okay. Let's put that to the side. And we are going to let that dry a little bit on its own while we're doing the next part. Oh my goodness, y'all. I dropped my paintbrush. How did that get all the way over there on my mat? Okay, so this cup, it's made out of glass. When you are chalking on glass, I highly suggest you take something like glass cleaner or alcohol or a like a glass cleaning wipe or something and wipe it down before you do anything with it, because it might have finger oils on it or dust or dirt. Now, you don't have to wash it, but I usually at least do that part before I do a project on it. So I would recommend that. And let's go ahead and cut that off so it's not in our way. And I've chosen a couple colors to go with this that are bright. Like I said, I'm feeling pinks and purple, so I chose our coral and our berry for this. And what we're gonna do is, you know what, let me see, maybe I'll do it this way. Those are inks. Now we're gonna ink. When you're doing a mug that you are gonna heat set in the oven, you need to use ink so that it will be permanent, so that I can wash it, obviously. Now, I do not wash my mugs that I make myself in the dishwasher because it gets such high heat and I want them to last forever. So I do not do that, but I will hand wash it because you need to be able to hand wash your stuff. So, and if you heat set it with ink, you will be able to do that. So those are ink colors. I'm trying to decide if I need any other, if I need any green. So I definitely want to use this. I just love this. I put that on my, you guys remember I put it on my little coffee bar, my little tea tray, my tier tray from Target. I definitely like that one. I think I want to put that on there on one side. When you are taking a transfer and putting it on glass, I highly suggest you fuzz it a great deal. Now this is sticky. I have used it once, but it is still sticky. It's not like majorly sticky, but it is still sticky, and I want to fuzz it because I don't want it to be so sticky that when I go to pull it off, it's not going to it's going to try to stretch my transfer. But I do want to make sure I don't have, and there's my eye watering again, I do want to make sure that I don't have any big pieces of fuzz in my silkscreen area, because that will affect my image. So I do have a little something there. Let's see if I can get it off. That's always the challenge, is getting it off of these little ones. Okay. So I am going to put this on one side. Which side do I want? I think I'm going to put this on this side. Now you don't have to, you could put just one on one side. You don't have to do two, but I kind of like to have an image a lot of times on both sides. Is that another? Hang on guys, I think I have another fuzz. Yep, right in my word. And I don't want to have that when I go to ink it. Now before I heat set it, I could wipe it off and do it again, but I don't want to do it again. I want to do it once. So I don't know if it's piece of my hair, dog's hair, or what. But always check that. Okay, so you just decide where I'm going to place it. And our transfers are flexible, so it makes it nice. You can put it on these rounded surfaces like this. Just trying to look if it's straight. Don't think it is. Just a little tiny bit. Play with it until you have it the way you want it. That looks better. And then once you do, you want to press down really well on your silkscreen area. Okay? Make sure you have no bubbles, no bumps, nothing that's going to make your image. So I have that side. And then on this side, I can't decide, you guys. What do you think? Should I use the flower basket or the flower cart? I really like the little flower cart. It's so cute. And I'm not going to do like a bunch of colors. I'm not going to like color every little flower and that, this, that, and the other. I'm going to probably just do it in two colors on both sides. But look at that little flower cart. What do you think, guys? I really think I like the flower cart, but the basket of flowers is pretty too. What do you guys think? The flower cart's good? All right, again, fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. And I know I've used both of these already. I thought about using the Spring Has Sprung, but I didn't want to put that on there. I decided I wanted something with a little bit of a picture too, or a little bit of style to it. That flower cart is just absolutely precious. I love themed mugs, and I love being able to make my own. Can you guys see it on there? I know we got a lot of glare going on. Okay. All right, so put this out of the way. And then what I usually do is use my my fuzzing cloth kind of to help hold my mug the way I want it. So let's do our flower cart first, because I think I can do the other side easier. I'm gonna grab one of my multi-purpose tool and I think my detail tool, because I want to be able to work in small areas. So I'm going to use these little small squeegees since I'm working in such a small area, then I can get better coverage. And I think I'm just going to use the two colors. I'm trying to decide if I want to do all one color on one side and all one color on the other, or a little bit of both. Okay, so this is the color Berry, and this is ink. With ink, you want to be really careful, because if you get it on your clothes, it could stain it. Keep something close by for your fingers in case you get it on your fingers. And now on this particular project, if I get it somewhere else, I can easily wipe it off. But if you were doing it on fabric, you just want to be super careful. I don't know, I feel like I want the main color to be the purple, so. And a little bit goes a long way, you guys. Just take your ink, you want a nice thin layer. I am right here at the edge and got a big old clump. Don't be afraid of ink though. I was afraid of it in the beginning, but I love it. I love it now. And it's so convenient now because we have the ink singles. So you can buy a single packet. You don't have to buy a whole jar. You can buy a single packet and kind of play around a little bit with it. And you can actually get more than one project out of one single ink packet. And it's just fun to create with. Let's see, I think we'll come down here on the little bar. So I'm basically just coloring what part I want in the purple. And then I think the middle part, the flowers are going to be just pull off any extra because you don't need it. So the trick with ink is that before, they always have to be heat set, and you would only ink something that you were going to wash, whether it was clothes or whether it's a mug like this or a plate or something like that, or a bowl or a glass, something that you were going to wash. That would be what you would ink, and you would always heat set it. And to heat set anything, the key part is making sure it is 100% dry before you heat set it. So I generally let it dry for 24 hours at least. A lot of times it's longer than that by the time I get around to it, but at least 24 hours. If not, you can speed up the drying process if you're impatient. There's times where I'm like, no, I want it done right now. And then if you do, you just get like a blow dryer, something, you know, that's going to really give you hot air, and you can dry your ink faster. But it has to be 100% dry before you heat set it. And then once you've done that, once it's dry, I got all that. I'm going to set this over to the side for a second because we're going to use it for the next project, or the other side, I mean. Once you've done that, so here's what I've got done so far. See, just did the cart, and now I'm going to do the flowers and the couture coral. But once you have let it dry all the way, then you would heat set it. So for a mug, you put it in the oven and heat set it. So it definitely needs to be a type of material that you can put in the mug, in the oven, excuse me. Oh, I went a little on my purple. Oh well, it's mine. It's my handmade mug. I don't mind. It has a little bit of imperfections. Shoot, the ones I buy from the store has imperfections, so. But you definitely want to heat set it. And so if you ever try this and you need help with instructions on heat setting, feel free to message me. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so that side's done. Like I said, I have a little bit of imperfection, but I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to go around to the other side. I'm not going to lay this down because it's soaking wet. It's not soaking wet, but it's wet. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm just going to hold it. So I think I'm going to, on this one, I'm going to do the words at the top and at the bottom in my coral, and then the word in the middle. So fresh cut and open daily is going to be in my coral. This would have looked cool in just white as well, you guys. Just white ink. But I'm a color gal, so if I'm doing it, it's usually going to be colorful. And you can tell whether or not you've gotten it through the silk screen and covered everything. I'm just making sure, and then I'm going over it and pulling off, trying to pull off any extra. I do move a little slow, especially where we're working on this small area, trying not to get it in the next spot over. So there you go. See what I got so far? I think it's going to look really nice on the green. So I'm done with this. I'm going to go ahead and close this one up. Just like with our chalk paste, you want to limit the amount of exposure to the air. You know, I mean, I'm not saying rush, but don't just leave it sitting open if you're not using it. So you want to limit the air getting to it. And again, I'm going to grab it. And now we're going to finish up. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard to figure out. I don't want to drop it. But make sure I have my hand like, there we go. Trying to show you guys at the same time, but not make sure I don't drop it. I wouldn't be surprised if I was Butterfingers today, so I'm trying really hard not to. This is truly one of the products, chalk paste and our transfers, our silkscreen transfers. They make it so that your project is going to look fabulous almost every single time. I'm not saying you won't ever have a mistake, but like I said, this is supposed to look handmade. So if you do, it's just part of the charm. And you get the joy in knowing you created it. But it's one of those products that you really need to get in your hands to realize how easy and how fun it is and satisfying. You guys, it's like therapy. It's the cheapest form of therapy you can get, I think. And look at, you have something tangible when you're finished. Trying to get that little line close to the edge. And the minis work fabulous for making your own mugs. I do it almost every single set of minis. The only one I haven't done, and you guys, I don't know why I didn't think of that. The only one I haven't done a mug with is my Watts of Love minis. And there's so many encouraging sayings on there. I should be doing that, y'all. I need to look at them and see if I can find one that I can do. And maybe next week we'll do one with one of those, because they'll last year round. But look, so everything's covered. And with ink, you don't have to move as fast as you do with the chalk. If I had done any of that in chalk, I would have needed to already take the transfer off so it wouldn't dry in my silkscreen area. Check your fingers. As you can see, I have a little, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a little bit of purple on there. I don't want to get that where I don't want it. So I'm going to wipe my fingers before I take off my transfers. But because it's ink, it doesn't dry as quickly. But we do suggest you take your, ready? This is the fun part. Take your transfer and wash it as soon as you're done so that it doesn't dry. What's left doesn't dry in your silk screen, and make it so you can't reuse your transfer. How adorable is that? Look how that pops on that green. Look at that. Now I spray mine since I can't do it right this minute. Oh yeah, okay. Spray mine. So we're gonna pull this side off and keep it moist until I can take it to the sink. But as soon as I finish on here, that's what I do. I always go right away and go wash my transfers. You guys, look how gorgeous. Isn't that awesome? Look how gorgeous. Now she's all ready. I usually set it somewhere out of the way so that it doesn't get, you know, smudged at all. And then I will take it and, like I said, I'll take it and try it. So let me put my ink over here to the side. My transfers. We're gonna rearrange a little bit so we can finish our other project. And I'm gonna set this aside. Do you love it? Hit that heart button, you guys, if you love it. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. I am gonna get so much joy. And the fun thing is I get to use it year in year. I put mine away after the season's over, and then I get to pull it back out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I made that one. Oh yeah, I love that. Okay, so this is should be completely dry. We'll hit it with a dryer just to be sure, just real quick. And then we're gonna put a little bit of wax on it. How cute is that? It's cute all by itself. And guys, if you have any allergy remedies, you know what I need to do. I keep forgetting. I don't have any elderberry syrup. That might help. I think I did that last year and that helps. So I'm really just concerned with making sure my tulip is dry, because that's where I'm going to put my, got a little bristle. Hate when that happens. That's where I'm going to put my transfer. So I just want to make sure that's dry. And then I'm going to put a quick layer of wax on it, and we're going to be bam, bam, done. Okay, so here's my wax. You always want to put wax on a painted surface or I am just knocking everything out. I think I need to rearrange some stuff. Wax on a painted surface or a wood surface. In this case, it's both. Just to make sure you protect your transfer from pulling up any of that onto the back, since it is sticky. So I'm just going to do that part because I'm not putting anything on the bottom. And then I take my other side and buff it. Isn't this the cutest little applicator? It's so inexpensive. This wax is available in my shop. If you're interested, it will last you a long time. It has instructions on the back. You can get you can get, not that, but you can get wax at other stores where you can buy craft supplies as well. But I like ours because I know it's made to work with our product, and it's very cost effective. It'll last you a very long time. So I'm just warming up my wax to make sure, I'm yelling at you, to make sure that it's smooth. I don't have any clumps, and I'll just, you know, because sometimes when it gets colder, and then it'll be buffed in. And so we're going to use this one, Hello Spring, and I haven't used that one yet, so I haven't marked it. You see all the other fun ones we still get to play with? That precious little lamb, a little baby chick, some eggs, Follow the Bunny, he has the chocolate. Oh my gosh. 10-cent Cottontail Farm Carrots. I can't wait to use those. Okay, so this one is called Hello. I always write on the back of it too, just so I know where it goes, since I keep it on the big sheet. I like to cut them each individually and put it back on a big sheet. It's just easier to manage them, in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and I'm just going to fuzz this a little bit. I don't think these minis feel like they're super duper sticky. It might be because there's so many of them on a page, because usually our transfers are very, very sticky. But that one feels, I mean, it's definitely sticky, but it's not like out of control sticky. All right, let me place this on here. I am not going to use the border, this part. It almost looks like a postage stamp, doesn't it? That would be cute. Make you a little, looking like a little letter. I'm not going to use that part. I am just going to use the inside that says Hello Spring with the box around it. But you can do whatever you want to do. Now, because I'm not using that outside part, it's because it would go off the edge, and I don't think that would look very good. Because I'm not using that, I am going to take some placement tape. I actually have a couple pieces here that I've used in the past, and I am going to protect it because I will forget, or I might get a little crazy. Sometimes I get a little crazy when I'm chalking, and all of a sudden, whew, there it went. And I ended up chalking an area I didn't mean to chalk. So this is going to be so fast, you guys. But how cute. And now you have your own design that, is that the only other? I think we need one more piece. Your own design. If I do this, if that will remind me, and I'll just be careful instead of tearing off another piece. This is our placement tape. It even has a ruler on it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it before, but it's great for blocking. It's almost like a washi tape. So I'm just blocking out where I don't want to go with the chalk crease because I'll forget. And we're going to use our Shimmer Orchid. This is our En Vogue color. Like I said, I'm feeling the pinks and purples today. And I'm just going to take, I have a little small squeegee that I cut in half. So it's a very small, because I don't need much. If I had my multi-purpose tool clean, I would probably use it. You ready? This is going to be done in like 10 seconds. Okay, maybe 20. Just because I'm going slowly. So I don't want to get it off the side. All done. Can you see? All right, here's the fun part. Peel and reveal. I'm going to do it with the, now I'm going to pull it off slowly. If I've missed anything, I'll lay it back down and I'll apply a little bit more, but looking like I got it. How cute. Can you guys see it? I'm not sure how well the Shimmer Orchid is showing up. There we go. That's a little better. Can you see it? How cute is that? That is going to be so sweet. You could put that anywhere. You could even, if you have a nice wreath, I'm not a big wreath person, but if you have, I do have one wreath that we're going to be doing. It's kind of a cool one. I think it's a cool one. But I don't put it out until like right before Easter. Or I'm going to put it down upstairs somewhere right before Easter. Which I know is not very far away, so I probably just need to go ahead and put it out. Okay, let's see what kind of ribbon we have going on here. Because I have ribbon everywhere. Ooh, I just found the perfect ribbon, y'all. This is from last year. I found my bag when I was cleaning up this weekend in the, look at this. That's going to be perfect. Okay, I don't know where I got that from. It does not look like the kind that you would get at the Dollar Tree, but I have no idea where I got it from. But look how sweet that purple is, and that I think is going to look nice. We're going to use that up here for our, I mean, I could do a bow if I wanted, or we could just use it as the ribbon to tie it on with. Yeah, I don't know where I got this from because it was from last year. But it is precious. Because I have bunny ribbon, but I don't want bunny ribbon. And I have some pom-pom ribbon, but I don't think I want pom-pom ribbon. My ribbon's kind of crazy right now. Everywhere in this bin. I have some really cute ribbons, but I don't know that I need to do anymore. I'm not sure it really needs anything else, y'all. Do you? Do you think it needs anything else? I think that's going to be cute. Like I said, we could do a bow if we wanted. I am going to get a piece of tape to kind of thread that through. But what we could do, if I see them quickly, what we could do is you could add some, maybe if they'll fit, could add some beads, a few beads, since we've got these little bumps here. So I just take tape at the end of my ribbon or twine or whatever I'm using, and I almost make a needle with it to make it easier to thread through things. And because that hole is pretty small, I could punch a bigger hole probably. I have my hole punch over there, but I could punch a bigger hole if I wanted. But let's see if I can get this through there. If I can get this through there, I won't. Yeah, I think I'll be all right. But do you see? Look how sweet that is. It just adds another little tiny design element. Can you see it? I know it's a shade. There we go. And it kind of pulls out the purple a little bit. That wasn't even planned. Woohoo! I love when a plan comes together though. So what do you guys think? Should I add some? Actually, I don't even think I need this packet. So I think this pink is closer. I've got the light pink, the darker pink, and the green. I could. That's close enough. What do you guys think? Beads or no beads? Just to add. I usually like to work in threes. I guess I could pull a... Look at this. This is the Dollar Tree, you guys. Look at that. And those are actually good quality beads. 60 of them. I have to find another little jar for those. I like to keep my beads in jars. It makes it easier to access. That way I would have all three colors. I'd have all the colors, you guys. I'm a matchy girl. I am a matchy girl. So what do we think? I could do this. I'm only going to do it in the front. I'm not going to try to do both because I don't think I could get both through it. I think it might be cute that way. And the fact that I have beads that almost match it perfectly, why wouldn't I? Are you guys like that? I am a little bit extra that way. Are you guys like that? Look. Look. Isn't that cute? Make it a little bit longer. And I think I know the perfect place to hang this too. Look how cute. Very cute. Now you could even take a napkin and Mod Podge the back, or I might take that paint and paint the back since I have all that extra paint sitting there. All right, so what we're gonna do, turn you around, stay right, so we're gonna tie, cut this off. You guys, I haven't even eaten supper. Just realized that my husband was going to bring it home on his way home from his travels, and I said, well, I'm going to be on a live. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. I'm probably going to paint the back with that extra paint because it's such a pretty color. I hate to waste it. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? I think it's adorable. Now, if you wanted, you could even take like a paint pen and like add a little bit more, you know, like zhuzh it up a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting if that was too plain for you, but I think it's precious. So that's our 2 projects tonight, you guys. Look, super quick. Each one of them are quick on their own. So if you were just doing one, you'd be done in a heartbeat. Look at that. Isn't that great? I love it, y'all. All right, that's my ideas for you tonight using our Easter minis with the spring accents. I hope you guys like these projects. Thank you for letting me come into your world for just a little while. I hope this has encouraged you or inspired you to try something crafty. And if you have any questions, as always, either ask in comments or message me. And I hope that you guys will come back and join me again next time. What is today? Wednesday? I think either tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow or Friday that I'll do a project. One of the two, because I need to get some stuff going. So maybe tomorrow. But we'll see. Come in and tune in. I do have a Telegraph channel where I send out and let you know that I'm going to be going live. If you're interested, it is in the comments. You can, it's a free app that you can download and then just tune into my channel. And then I just send it out right when I'm going to be going live so it doesn't bug you all the time. I don't send it out for any other reason. I'd love to have you join that. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night, a good start to your Thursday. And wherever you are, stay safe, stay healthy, and be blessed. All right, guys, bye.